Imagine a world where numbers are not just tools for calculation, but the hidden forces shaping everything around you. A world where numbers carry divine power, guiding the stars, governing nature, and revealing the very secrets of existence. This was the world of Pythagoras, the ancient Greek philosopher and mathematician, whose revolutionary ideas transcended the limits of mathematics and ventured into the realm of mysticism. Pythagoras believed that numbers were the very essence of the universe, the code by which everything was written. They were not merely abstract symbols, they were the foundation of all reality. Pythagoras' influence was more than just his theorem that every student learns today. He saw numbers as eternal truths that governed the universe, the harmony of the stars, the structure of the human soul, and even the balance of nature. He believed all of these were governed by numerical laws. Yet, unlike many philosophers, Pythagoras left behind no written work. Everything we know about him comes from the followers he inspired, students who believed that the entire cosmos could be understood through numbers. So how did numbers come to hold such immense power in his philosophy? Why did Pythagoras believe that numbers could reveal the very fabric of reality? Today we embark on a journey into the mind of a man who saw the world through numbers, and by doing so uncovered a truth that still resonates across centuries. In Pythagoras' world, numbers were more than tools. They were the very building blocks of the cosmos. For him, each number carried a deeper symbolic meaning. The number 1 was the source, the unity from which everything flowed. It represented wholeness, the beginning of all things. It wasn't just the first number, it was the origin of the universe itself. Then there was the number 3, a symbol of harmony and balance. Across cultures, the power of 3 is reflected in the divine trinities, Greek, Christian, or even Egyptian. 3 wasn't just a number, it was the number of completeness, where opposites found balance. And then there's the number 7. In ancient thought, 7 was the number of spiritual perfection. It appeared in the 7 days of creation, the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and even in the 7 classical planets, known to ancient astronomers. For Pythagoras, 7 represented a divine balance between the spiritual and physical realms. But why were these numbers so special to Pythagoras and his followers? It's because they saw them everywhere. These numbers weren't arbitrary, they were reflections of the cosmic order. From the spiraling galaxies to the petals of a flower, the harmony of numbers was visible throughout the natural world. To Pythagoras, these numbers were divine. They revealed an underlying truth about existence. The idea that numbers govern the universe wasn't just philosophical for him, it was reality. He and his followers believed that every aspect of life, every part of the cosmos, was governed by these numerical laws. And remarkably, even modern science finds truth in Pythagoras' beliefs. Today we know that the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, and mathematical patterns are present in nature, from the spiral of galaxies to the proportions of the human body. Pythagoras' ideas foreshadowed many of the mathematical discoveries we take for granted today. So what did Pythagoras see when he looked at numbers? He saw the code of the universe, the divine language that explained the harmony of existence. For him, numbers were not just measurements or symbols, they were the invisible forces that held the world together. Numbers didn't just govern the physical world. For Pythagoras, they shaped the very structure of the cosmos. The ancient Greeks saw geometry as a bridge between numbers and the universe, and at the heart of Pythagoras' beliefs was a mystical figure, the tetractys, a perfect triangle made up of the first 4 numbers representing cosmic harmony. For Pythagoras and his followers, this sacred triangle wasn't just a mathematical figure, it was the foundation of all existence. Pythagoras believed that the universe itself was built on geometric forms, with numbers guiding every shape and structure. The golden ratio, a pattern we see in nature, art, and architecture, is one example of this divine order. From the spiraling galaxies to the veins of a leaf, numbers reveal a hidden code of beauty and symmetry. Pythagoras wasn't just a mathematician, he was a seeker of cosmic truth. But how did Pythagoras come to this belief? For him, the harmony of the natural world was the proof. He saw geometric shapes and patterns everywhere, in the structure of plants, the symmetry of animals, even in the movement of the planets. To Pythagoras, numbers and geometry weren't invented by humans. They were discovered, divine truths waiting to be understood. And while Pythagoras' belief in this cosmic harmony might have seemed mystical, modern science supports many of his ideas. Today we understand that nature is filled with mathematical patterns, from the structure of DNA to the formation of galaxies. Even the orbits of planets and stars are governed by mathematical laws, an echo of Pythagoras' belief in the harmony of the cosmos. This connection between numbers, geometry, and the cosmos wasn't just an abstract idea. Pythagoras and his followers believed they could hear this harmony in the universe itself. They called it the music of the spheres, the mathematical harmony of the planets moving through space. This music, they believed, shaped everything we see and experience, from the patterns in nature to the rhythm of life itself. Pythagoras wasn't the only one who saw numbers as sacred. Across the world, cultures adopted these mystical numbers into their myths, stories, and religious beliefs. The number 3, for instance, appeared in nearly every ancient society. It represented balance and unity, a concept so powerful that it became central to the divine trinities of many cultures. In Christianity, it's the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Greek mythology, we see the 3 fates who controlled life and destiny. And then there's the number 7, often considered the number of spiritual perfection. Across cultures it appears again and again: 7 days of creation, 7 wonders of the ancient world, 7 classical planets in ancient astronomy. For Pythagoras and many others, 7 was the number that bridged the spiritual and physical realms. But why do we find these numbers repeated across so many cultures? For Pythagoras, it was no coincidence. Numbers were universal, reflections of the cosmic order that guided all things. The ancients weren't just inventing mystical beliefs, they were discovering truths already written into the structure of the universe. Whether in the spiraling stars or the pages of ancient texts, these numbers were seen as divine messages. Perhaps the most sacred number of all, though, was 10. In Pythagoras' view, 10 symbolized completeness. It wasn't just a number, it was the perfect number, embodying the entire cosmos. From the 10 Commandments to the Tetractys, the number 10 appeared in religious and philosophical thought as a symbol of the divine order. Pythagoras' mystical numbers didn't end with his lifetime. His ideas spread far beyond Greece, influencing early Christian thought, Jewish mysticism, and even the great philosophers who followed him, like Plato. Through them, the mystical power of numbers continued to shape how humanity understood the cosmos. From the pages of ancient texts to the sacred geometry of the world's greatest monuments, Pythagoras' numbers bridged the gap between science and spirituality, revealing the divine order behind everything we see and experience. Pythagoras' belief in the mystical power of numbers didn't end with him. Over centuries, his ideas about numbers being keys to understanding the universe evolved, morphing into what we now call numerology. Today, we find people looking to numbers for guidance, whether it's to uncover their life path, make decisions, or even predict the future. Pythagoras' vision of numbers as divine guides lives on. But how did we get from Pythagoras' philosophy to the numerology we see today? It's simple. His followers carried his teachings across the ancient world. As these ideas spread, numbers became intertwined with religious, philosophical, and mystical practices. In modern numerology, the belief persists that each number holds unique energy, guiding personality traits, spiritual paths, and even life choices. Is there a direct link between Pythagoras and today's numerology? Absolutely. The idea that numbers can reveal hidden truths about who we are and what our purpose is traces back to his core beliefs. Though it's evolved, numerology still rests on the same foundation: numbers as a gateway to understanding both the universe and ourselves. Even though the Pythagorean brotherhood faded away centuries ago, the belief that numbers guide our lives is stronger than ever. Whether through astrology, personality tests, or life paths, people continue to seek answers in the numbers that surround them. It's a testament to the lasting power of Pythagoras' vision, a vision that saw the universe not as chaos, but as an ordered, harmonious system that we are still trying to decode. For Pythagoras, numbers weren't just tools for measurement, they were the divine language of the cosmos. Numbers revealed the harmony that existed behind the scenes, from the patterns of nature to the movements of the stars. Today, we may no longer see numbers as mystical, but their power to shape our understanding of reality remains undeniable. But do numbers truly hold mystical power? For Pythagoras, the answer was clear: yes. They weren't just symbols, but forces that shaped reality itself. And while modern science may not support the idea of numbers being divine, it's hard to deny the sense of order they bring to the universe. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, numbers reveal patterns that hint at a deeper truth, just as Pythagoras believed. So the next time you see a number, remember it's more than a tool for counting. It's a window into a world of harmony and order that stretches from the visible world to the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Pythagoras believed that numbers could reveal the secrets of the universe, and in many ways they still do. Whether in the realm of science, philosophy, or spirituality, numbers continue to be the key to understanding everything around us. Could the mysteries of the universe really be hidden in numbers? Pythagoras thought so. What do you believe?